Parkville, an overnight fire leads to a rescue scene 3 floors off the ground. We're live.
And a live look at Inner Harbor on this Wednesday morning. Are we in store for another beautiful summer day? Let's find out. We've got your weather and traffic. It is Wednesday, July 31st, the final day of the month. Good morning, Maryland. I'm Charlie Krause.
I'm Megan Pringle. Let's get right to the weather and check in with meteorologist Mike Masco. He's filling in this morning for Lynette Charles. How's it looking out there right now?
Looking pretty.
Breaking news out of Parkville this morning. While you were sleeping, firefighters spent part of the night putting out an apartment fire. Linda So is live at the scene with all the details this morning. Linda. In this morning's health alert, we're learning what may be the cause of a nationwide stomach bug outbreak. Health officials in Iowa and Nebraska say that a prepackaged salad mix is the source of cyclosporia, the outbreaks that have happened in many states. Now, cyclosporia is a small, rare parasite that can cause an infection in the small intestine. Health officials say that more than 370 people in 15 states have contracted the stomach bug. Still unclear if the salad mix is linked to all of the outbreaks.
The nation's capital now has its first medical marijuana dispensary. The highly anticipated supplier at Capital City Care made its first sale last night, nearly 15 years after the start to fight to legalize medical marijuana in the district. The first customer was a 51-year-old AIDS patient. He bought a half ounce at the cost of $250, much like what the facility's other 7 patients will be doing in the near future.
They simply choose grams or eighths or quarters or half ounces. They can have up to 2 ounces per 30-day period. They make the purchase and they can go on their way. But a lot of them, like I said, want to go ahead and visit that accessory store.
The inside of the dispensary looks like a new age doctor's office with a counseling and waiting room. Behind a high-tech locked door is where patients and staff only are allowed to go in and choose the product. All must have a doctor's recommendation for the program, as well as patient's approval from the Department of Health. 19 states and the district currently have medical marijuana laws. Proponents say the opening of the location will help other states trying to pass similar legislation.
Well, we've certainly heard of people who are escaping from jail, and now we're seeing one firsthand. We want to show you this video out of Arkansas of a jailbreak, all caught on camera. Police say that the inmate dove past deputies through an intake window when an accomplice distracted the guards. He ran out with a deputy in hot pursuit through the parking lot to a waiting car. Police found the getaway car, but this morning there's still no sign of the escaped inmate.
All right, some amazing video for you out of Florida. A fully formed waterspout near Tampa Bay. Strong storms moved into the area just after rush hour yesterday. The National Weather Service received reports that the waterspout lasted around 15 minutes. No word whether that waterspout actually came ashore and became a tornado. But Mike, 15 minutes of formation, that's a long time.
Oh, yeah. Hey, there was an Italy tornado, too.
A national economic bus tour rolls into Baltimore today. So coming up, what this tour is all about, plus why they're stopping at the Charles Theater. And as we had to break this morning, a reminder that ABC2 is partnering with the Young School and Preston Mitchum Jr. Foundation for our annual back-to-school supply drive. Head to abc2news.com/school supplies to find out more about how you can help disadvantaged students in our area. That drive runs until August 22nd, so you have plenty of time. Jersey police detective faces first-degree murder charges in the death of a Millersville man, a step up from the original charges. Joseph Walker is accused of killing Joe Harvey in a road rage incident last month in Millersville. We spoke to a woman who considers herself a second mom to the victim.
I can't understand what provoked it so bad, because Joe was a truck driver. I mean, he would come home and the stuff he would put up with, all the time, like people cutting him off.
Walker bailed out of jail on $1 million, but if he's found guilty, he could get a life sentence. He has an arraignment hearing on August 19th. Friends of Harvey say they will be in the courtroom when that happens. A Baltimore City police officer has been suspended for allegedly hitting a suspect. We're told that the Auto Theft Task Force and officers from the Northeastern District were pursuing a car believed to be stolen. The teenage driver crashed into a lot in the corner of Sinclair and Bel Air Roads, and the suspect was pulled out of the car, put on the ground, and that's when police say the video shows one of the officers hit the suspect at least twice.
They pulled him out of the car and threw him on the ground. And I can't swear the police hit him, but it looked like somebody sniped the man, hit the boy.
So it looked like somebody hit him?
Yeah, I can't swear, but that's what it looked like to me.
The department says that this is behavior that they will not tolerate. We'll keep you posted as it moves forward. New details on a police-involved shooting in Aberdeen. There, witnesses say a man was firing a handgun in a parking lot outside the Economy Inn on Route 40 Monday night. When officers arrived on the scene, they say he refused to drop the weapon. An officer fired 2 shots at him, striking him in the upper chest. The suspect was taken to the hospital. He is expected to survive his injuries. The officer, in the meantime, has been placed on administrative leave.
The latest now on what happened in Florida, that plant explosion we had as breaking news for you on Good Morning Maryland. Investigators suspect equipment failure or human error caused the blast at the Blue Rhino propane refilling plant in Tavares. Several propane tank cylinders exploded, erupting into a huge fire and forcing a temporary evacuation Monday night. At least 8 people are hospitalized. And new for you this morning, New York Yankees slugger Alex Rodriguez may soon be suspended from baseball, even if he chooses to fight it. According to a number of reports, Major League Baseball officials told union leaders they plan to suspend Rodriguez and 8 other players who allegedly obtained performance-enhancing drugs from a South Florida anti-aging clinic. Now, if MLB tries to suspend Rodriguez under its collective bargaining agreement, A-Rod would lose virtually any chance of delaying that penalty while he appeals the case, and Bud Selig says this is conduct detrimental to baseball. The Orioles hope to end July with a bang tonight as they go for 2 straight wins against the Houston Astros. The Birds won last night 4-3, and they only got 3 hits, but one of them, this one in the 6th inning, Chris Davis coming off the schneid, his 38th home run on the year, his first since the All-Star break. Y.N. Chen pitched 7 strong for the O's. Good to see him get the win. He scattered 7 through 7 innings of work, and Baltimore now sits 5 games out of first place in the AL East.
Before tonight's game, the Orioles will help create some magical memories for some children who have cancer. 50 kids from the Cool Kids campaign will get a bus ride from the game and then a personal greeting from several of the players. So those players will sign autographs, pose for pictures, and of course answer the kids' questions. On Tuesday, the city's top prosecutor took his turn addressing the rising crime and violence in the city. Even before he was elected, State's Attorney Greg Bernstein was talking about focusing on repeat violent offenders. He says he's sticking to that strategy, but the murder rate remains well higher than it was last year.
We don't look at numbers and say, oh, we're doing better, we're doing worse. Every time somebody's killed, to us, that means we need to do a better job of making sure it doesn't happen again.
Marilyn Mosby, a prosecutor under former State's Attorney Pat Jessamy, is running against Bernstein in next year's election. Prominent downtown defense attorney Russell Neverton has said he's getting into the race as well.
He shoots them.
Well, caught on camera, incredible video of an inmate escaping from an Arkansas detention center. Derek Estelle was being held on 26 charges, including aggravated robbery. He was on the phone with the booking area when he jumped over the counter and just took off. The deputy was chasing not far behind. Now, a woman was waiting outside in a getaway car, and the pair sped off. He remains at large right now.
Some frightening moments for children and workers at a daycare center up next. We have the details on the crash that sent 4 people, including children, to the hospital. Plus, the road sign near one school that has drivers really slowing down and asking a lot of questions. We'll explain. All right, well, happening today, the makers of some of the more popular energy drinks are going before a Senate committee. This is all to testify about the safety of their products. The hearing is to look at the concerns from doctors about the risks of energy drinks, especially for children and teenagers. The American Medical Association has even asked for a ban on marketing these beverages to kids. Energy drink makers say they don't target minors in their advertisements. Also today, congressional leaders may be holding a ceremony to mark the 50th anniversary of the March on Washington on August 28th. 1963, 250,000 people gathered at the Lincoln Memorial calling for better civil rights for African Americans. A similar rally is planned for next month on the 28th to commemorate the event.
Sleeping on the job, stealing from luggage. These are some of the problems the TSA is now dealing with concerning its agents, that according to a new government report. But how are the officers punished once they get caught doing these egregious errors? Well, today officials with the TSA will testify before the House Homeland Security Committee. A report from the GAO finds TSA like serious punishment when it comes to misconduct, often letting agents keep their jobs when they should be suspended or even fired. The Federal Reserve is now set to announce a decision today on interest rates following a two-day meeting. It's expected to continue in the plan of keeping the benchmark short-term interest rate near or at zero for quite some time. The Fed's buying $85 billion a month in Treasury bonds and mortgage-backed securities to hold down long-term interest rates. You know this better as quantitative easing.
We have new video this morning of a huge water main break in Brazil, so powerful it actually killed a child and injured dozens of people. Take a look at this. The water burst in a residential town near Rio de Janeiro. Now, the water crushed the sides of buildings. It was so powerful and swept cars down the road. Firefighters had to use boats to rescue the people, and city officials say that some of the people are missing and may be buried under the debris. Crews had to shut down the pipeline, but it continues to leak and flood the streets. As you can see, this is going to be a problem for a while. We have had gorgeous